He goes a bang, 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 yeah, bang. What a good song. What a great fucking
It is a
song
good
that is.
song. It's actually
The whole
really
album is a
good.
banger. Wham
Now,
has some bangers,
is-
dog. Their
is
greatest
that a-
hits is a fucking great.
Okay, I was asking a question. That is a Wham album.
Wham, yeah.
Okay,
Wham.
Yep.
okay. They said
The,
Wham.
Wham introduced himself
Wham.
to the big
The
time.
Christmas
Wham,
guys
yeah.
from Wham.
Yeah. Wham.
Last Christmas, I gave you my
That's
heart.
probably my favorite Christmas song, honestly.
Yeah. Is this a Christmas movie? Is this a Christmas movie? It does
I
have
think
Christmas
so.
in it, doesn't it?
Does it?
It's a cocaine
Sure.
movie, I feel like.
I thought there was a Christmas scene with a Christmas tree.
I don't think there was.
No, there's
Am
no
I
Christmas.
misremembering?
I mean, you want.
I don't
you love
think there
Christmas.
was.
You see it
Yeah,
wherever
maybe,
you
Okay,
go.
maybe
okay.
it's Christmas in your heart. What it is, you know.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of Paul Feig's other movie, Last Christmas, which is about the song by Wham. Isn't that crazy?
Is
I
it
just
really?
connected. Yes, it's about the song. It's
That's
based on the song.
I didn't know. That's crazy.
Did you see that
What the
connection
fuck?
that I just made?
The
Your head
movie about
exploded.
that song.
Paul Feig,
that
my guy.
phrase.
Let's talk about him. But
yeah, let's
yeah,
say, let's
welcome.
talk-
yeah. But this is a Three Grandmas podcast.
Welcome in,
We're
everybody.
doing the Brave the Cinema. This movie came
Mhm.
out within the past 12 months.
Yeah.
This is a book. This is based on a book that my mom read.
It is okay.
I did not read said book, but my mom read that book.
Superhero movie.
It's
And I'll tell you why later.
a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's their specialty is well, continue, JCL. We don't want to spoil it.
Well, I was going to say, I after watching this movie, I understand why Paul Feig took this project, because like the subject matter is very similar to his previous movie, or one of his previous movies, A Simple Favor, which stars Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Like, it has very similar themes and very similar like plot twists and stuff going on in this. But no, I can see why he picked it. Paul Feig is a director that usually is well known for his comedies. And he the other thing he's kind of well known for, he's kind of like the Lord and Miller pair, like of those directors. Like he likes his actors to improv. He likes his actors. He basically has a very free set, and he lets his actors do what they want on set, essentially. And so you get a lot of like idiosyncrasies from his actors. And I don't know, like watching this movie, I don't know how much of it was like that, but his previous movies definitely the case. Like Blake Lively is hilarious in A Simple Favor, and his movies that he did with Melissa McCarthy, like Bridesmaids, which I haven't seen, but I've heard is very funny.
You
The
haven't
Heat.
seen that movie?
I haven't seen Bridesmaids, no, but I've seen The
Interesting.
Heat and I've seen Spy, and Spy is probably one of my favorite like comedies, just like flat out. I love that movie, just because he lets his actors cook, and he lets Jason Statham cook, and he is absolutely hilarious. Rose Byrne as well is great in that movie.
Love
But yeah, that's where I'm coming from with Paul Feig. But Prag, I want to know why you picked this movie, and like, was it
I knew
just
this was going to be a madhouse. I knew this was going to be a nutso, mommy dearest level oxygen. Like you have the flu and you're sick, but for whatever reason, you can only get the Hallmark Channel, and they're only playing the most psychotic. Like, I mean, I didn't know anything about this movie. I knew that there was a twist or something, and you know, obviously with the actors that they picked, that it was going to be something sensual and something mysterious. But I had no idea what the shifting parameters were going to be. And so I wanted to give it a shot, because, you know, when you're finding a movie that's just been in the cinemas, it's not always a verdant field of selection. So I wanted to give it a shot. And I do enjoy both of these, all the actors in this. And that's why I gave it a shot. Do you guys have a relationship to this movie?
And you picked this before, like, I picked House, right?
This one, yeah. Did we have to postpone? I've been watching this one since Big Love. You know that show on HBO about the Mormons? You know?
Yes.
This one.
Maybe?
Not Euphoria. Not Euphoria.
Amanda Seyfried. That's who you're talking about?
Amanda Seyfried, right?
Yeah.
This one.
What a great, I think I really enjoy her acting. I really do. And she...
In general or in this movie?
In general.
Okay.
In this movie, she went cuckoo bananas. And now that JC is telling me about the improv thing, I'm like, okay. So, like, I feel like these two had a lot of fun on this movie together, and they were giggling a lot. And sometimes the director had to stop. You guys have got to stop giggling because we're doing another scene. But they wouldn't, because they're having so much fun. And to me, this is not a good movie, but it is an entertaining movie for me because it's the wild and the we'll get into the plot twists and stuff, but like all that shit to me is just fun. And like as soon as the movie started and some of the plot was laid out about like her homelessness and like,
It's like,
all the,
yeah, it's
like
roll your eyes a little bit, but
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, this is going to be one of those. So just to let it happen. It's like when you go to a horror movie, allow yourself to be scared. If you go to a comedy, allow yourself to laugh. Whatever the emotion you get from a movie like this, which is, I don't even know how would you categorize this? Like a reality TV show, but
thriller.
If it was a story, a fictional, yeah.
It's very like Women's Weekly pulp sort of story.
Yes.
Like,
Lifetime.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Lifetime, Oxygen.
but with a lot more budget, because like Lifetime movies don't have a big budget. This one, for some reason, was given a big budget, and it's obviously based on a very, very popular book. The Housemaid is like hugely popular. It's kind of like it's that, and at the moment, like in terms of like big popular books, it's like this author that made The Housemaid, and then the Colleen Hoover books, like It Ends With Us, like they're kind of, and that I watched that movie as well. That movie is like just as kind of Lifetime.
I mean, this is just beachy trash. This is a book you read on the beach. You don't care if you leave the book at the restaurant and never see it again. It's just like a book you pick up, and it's like titillating because you don't know where it's going to go all the time, because like some of the change-ups in this are just so crazy, but on purpose. Like, and so I can see how it would be considered a real page turner. Why is the echo back? Is the echo happening again?
I will say that I think Paul Feig adds a lot of energy to this that like a normal like Hallmark movie wouldn't have. But yeah, this is very big here. So I want to know what Time thinks, or had he heard about this movie, or like what's your
I was going to play
relationship
for the whole show until the end.
Why?
I don't have a relationship. I mean, I know who Paul Feig
you
is.
do. You know,
I know
Amanda.
he makes awful movies.
Do you
Generally,
like any of his?
Bridesmaids was good. That's pretty much it.
Oh.
I've seen he directed a couple episodes here and there of things that I like. I think he directed like 10 episodes of The Office, a couple of good episodes. There's an episode called Dinner Party, which is super awkward and uncomfortable. Hilarious. That he directed that. Yeah. That's a great episode.
The one with the little TV on the wall.
That little TV kills me every fucking time.
So good. He's living with his
girlfriend. Yeah. He directed a couple episodes of Arrested Development, which I love that show. It's my favorite, one of my favorite shows. So past that, I really only like Bridesmaids.
Have you seen Spy?
No, but I don't like.
Okay,
is it still doing it?
No,
you're all right.
Okay. I really don't like Melissa McCarthy in general. I think she's I think she's a one-trick pony. She does the same thing every time.
She's catching strays today.
Yeah.
I think
in Bridesmaids though, but then like once I saw Bridesmaids, that's literally the same character every time.
I have an opinion about Melissa McCarthy, right? Because I haven't seen Bridesmaids, but I think she's great in Spy. I think she's great in The Heat. But since then, she's just started every movie she starred in, besides that serious movie she did. No
Mike
One Can Forgive Me. No.
Just teasing you.
Can You Ever Forgive Me? That was a great movie, and she's great in it. But every single movie since then has been directed by her husband, Ben Falcone.
Interesting.
And she plays the exact same character in all of those movies, and I think that is the main reason why she gets this rep as being not versatile, is because she keeps working with her husband, and her husband keeps making terrible movies. But like when she's not with him, I think she does a great job. I really like her in Heat. I really like her in Spy. And Can You Ever Forgive Me is a really good dramatic performance from her. I just think she needs to start working with her husband. I'm sorry, he's not very talented.
Yeah, that's interesting that they do that.
Thunder Force is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But
I wonder if that could be applied to Mila Jovovich.
Oh,
because the majority of her movies are with her husband Paul Thomas Anderson. But she's been in like The Fifth Element, which is a great movie, and she's great in that. And then I don't know anything else she's been. But
not a lot.
She was in
movies, anyways,
she was in stuff before that as well. I'm pretty sure.
I don't really know anything about Sydney Sweeney. I know she's in Euphoria, but I don't watch it. And that's it. I mean, Amanda Seyfried, I've seen her in a bunch of things. She was in that movie with Megan Fox. What is it called?
Oh yeah,
Megan's Body.
Megan's Body. Yeah.
Oh, Megan's Body.
Yeah.
And then she's in.
Sorry.
She's in the musical, the ABBA
yeah.
musical. What is it
Yes,
called?
yes. Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Nailed it.
Here we go again.
She's
Yeah.
great in that.
My.
She's been in a couple of things that I've seen, and she's fine.
Mommy, what are you talking about? She's great.
But yeah, past that,
like-
I don't. This is all a new thing for me.
Oh, Mean Girls
She was
as
a
well.
great
She's
child
she's
actor.
Mean
in
Girls. That's right. She was
Yeah.
great in Mean Girls. Great movie.
Yeah.
There's one scene where she grabs Sydney's face. Amanda grabs Sydney's face.
Oh yeah.
When she's leaving, she goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
It's so good, dog. It's so like silly and melodramatic, but like it's just like, and they're going for it, and like they know it's like being melodramatic, and they know it's ridiculous, but like I like that they just like go for all the way for it.
Mhm.
I do want to ask: is the reason why you say like Paul Feig makes bad movies, is that entirely because of Ghostbusters, or is it? Have you seen other stuff from him? Because Ghostbusters is.
I didn't even know he
bad,
directed Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters is really bad.
Yeah, the remake one.
Yeah.
Other stuff, I'm just like, I just can't.
Fair.
Did you guys notice that by doing the show, we've noticed that there's about 15 directors that get every fucking movie.
I know,
right? And they just go on a rotation, and it doesn't matter how good or bad they are. They're just like a coaching carousel in the NFL, where it's the same fucking offensive coordinator. Now he's a defensive coordinator with the Rams, and then he's the head coach of the Panthers.
But it's kind of like with Paul Feig, because he's been hit or miss for me. Like, I actually like Last Christmas. I think that movie has a bit of personality. It's very silly, but I think it has quite a bit of personality. And I love Spy. Like, I think that's one of my favorite comedies. So, like, I go into and A Simple Favor. I think that's a really good, fun mystery movie. So I go into Paul Feig movies, and I cross my fingers, and I hope it's like, is this one of the good ones? Is this one of the good ones? The Housemaid, unfortunately, to me, is kind of like, it's kind of middling. It's like middle of the road for me. Like, I know it's like crazy and psychotic in the end, but I think like I've seen so many movies like this and better movies like this that I kind of just like roll my eyes through it.
I'm reminded of Sleeping with the Enemy. Have you ever seen Sleeping with the Enemy?
No, but is that good?
That's the lady who is in the Richard Gere Pretty Woman. What's her name?
Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts, and it's really good. And it's essentially this type of story where they're dealing with an abusive husband, but there's many more shifts and twists and stuff to it. But yeah,
like I've seen heaps of movies like this. Like, the big one, the big
it's
obvious
like a fantasy movie, right?
Yeah. It's a bit of a like power fantasy movie. But the big one to me that it is clearly aping is Gone Girl. I don't know if you guys feel that way.
I love that movie.
I love Gone Girl so much. But that's Fincher, yes.
This one's more absurd, but like there's definitely those themes.
Yeah, like the midpoint of the movie.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, the midpoint of the movie being her like telling her backstory and why she's doing all of this. She runs away.
Like a novel, because that's a novel too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a novel.
Yeah,
And Gillian Flynn.
And that's what novels do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think The Housemaid book is considered like great literature, but like Gillian Flynn, who wrote Gone Girl, is like she's often considered like a really good writer. Is
the movie pretty close to the book, Gone Girl?
I've heard it's reasonably close. Yeah,
okay.
Reasonably. Yeah.
No idea.
I haven't read it, but I've heard it is. I've got it up on my shelf.
I remember watching that movie and just being blown away by that movie. And just being like, holy shit, what a performance all around, what a masterful class of movie.
What is this movie why is this book and movie and this story so popular in the zeitgeist? What is it that
I don't know? I think it's like an
they're
empowerment fantasy, right?
It's like a heroine movie. It's not really targeting towards men. Like they have the dude who's the crazy guy, but he's the bad guy throughout most of the whole thing, right? And these women are like working together, even though like one of them is clearly betraying the other one, right?
Yeah,
and like they just get over it immediately, and it's like a superhero movie, but for suburban women.
I have a question for you guys. Did you guys, like, while you're watching the movie, were you sus of the husband at all, like throughout the movie? Because
I didn't know what the fuck was that.
As soon as I feel like
Not
I've
at
watched
first.
so many of these movies that as soon as he walked onto the scene, I was like, he's gonna be the abusive husband. Like, there's just
Yeah.
no other ending that this is gonna be.
Mhm.
Like, I was just watching it, and I'm like, I'm waiting for it to happen.
Yeah,
And I don't
wasn't
know.
surprised.
Yeah,
I didn't think he's gonna be like super abusive. I just thought he was gonna be like, oh, he's gonna fucking cheat on his wife with
And what a
Sydney
freak
Sweeney.
he was!
Yeah.
He was the worst, bro. Like I thought, I had a real feeling of the panic and terror when she gets locked. She gets locked in the room for real, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Sweeney, right? And then
Mhm.
like you know that she's going to go to that door and it's going to be locked. And I feel like they directed that very nicely because you feel the panic and the terror because she knows she can't get the fuck out of there. It's solid wood. There's no way out, right? And so like she could just starve you to death in there. He could do anything he wants. And so to me, the mechanic of taking away freedom and taking away liberty is a very powerful fear, I think. And like that's
I guess I was watching it and I was seeing just all the absurd stuff that Amanda Seyfried was doing, and I was like, this can't be the whole movie. Like, it can't
Yeah.
just be she just keeps doing absurd stuff, so there has to be some kind of twist that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's going to be the husband's the bad guy. And just the way they lay on thick, like, just how nice he is. I was like, there's no way.
Right.
It's just like,
how crazy she is.
Yeah, I was like, I could see it from a mile away. And especially, I hate that they don't use that. I mean, I think this is just like a personal thing because like I've seen 365 Days, those terrible Netflix movies, where the groundskeeper in this movie, Michelle Morone, like kidnaps a woman and holds her there and says, "You are going to fall in love with me within 365 days." Like that's what those movies are about. And I'm like those movies are crazier than this movie. And I feel like
the most toxic movie.
Yes.
Right?
It's really
like,
bad.
I have to abuse you to have you fall in love with me. And it's
yes,
good
and she does.
No.
Yeah, and she does.
And she does.
But I wish they used that guy more.
Okay, but hold on. But like the woman who's watching that movie is not watching it for the literalness
The morals.
of
No.
the literal. She's not thinking, oh, he should literally kidnap and imprison this lady. She's like going into a romantic, emotional state of where, oh, the passion is so robust that they are confined
That
together.
it overcomes
right,
it
and so
or
whatever. So like so
it's ridiculous. It is interesting.
Ridiculous, but it's like it takes. But this is the thing: women have a fantasy life that's different than men.
Don't be making general statements about women.
I said women have a different fantasy life than men. Do you disagree?
I think some women
in general.
do. Yeah. I think some women do.
If you look at this, let me just explain what I'm saying. Like men are very visual, right? They'll just like look at images and then be done with it and over. It's like almost mechanical at a certain extent, right? It's like getting something out. But for a woman, it's much more relationship, emotional. Like it's just more complicated, I think, in order for them to get the same sensation. But of course, there's always percentages, and we love the Kinsey report here, and everyone's different, of course. But I'm just saying, if you're making a movie like this to it's not a titillation. It's almost like I don't think it's like an emotional titillation. It's not sexual. It's an emotional game or something. Like I don't know.
I guess my argument would be is I don't think it's like intrinsic. I think it's more like culturally bred sort of thing, like over years and years and years. Like, but yeah, I agree. This is very it's very pulpy. It's very clear who it's aimed towards.
Well, I'll tell you, Playgirl sales will never be as good as Playboy sales, and that's simple fact.
That's true. It's true.
Because women are just not going to like sit on a toilet and look at a fucking centerfold and get titillated by that. They're just like some, like there's a percentage, but like it's just different. And that's, interesting. It's just interesting. And not all men are like that either, obviously. So,
So, yeah, but like, I guess that's my problem with my problem with the movie is like I wish I enjoyed it more, but I've just seen more entertaining movies with this kind of subject matter before. Like Thoroughbreds is another really good one, and that one has Anya Taylor-Joy. Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy, and
that's a complicated movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's a very good movie.
I really like Thoroughbreds, which
that's
also
a very
has
interesting movie.
Very like crazy dynamics between like power dynamics and stuff. I feel like this movie is very simple.
of like a Jane Eyre in some ways, or Wuthering Heights, because like there's like manners, and there's like like, especially when you remind me of Thoroughbreds, that could have been taking place at a manor house in the 18th century or 19th century, right? And like there's something that if you stage this movie in the 19th century in a better, more interesting set, it probably would have played better. It probably would have, because the
there would have been more. There would have been more emotions, more layers as well. I think. Yeah, I agree with that. I
feel like they missed I think Jane Campion could come through on this and clean it up for us.
I mean, she basically did with that other movie she did, the cowboy one, which again has a lot of this stuff. But the other one that it reminds me of also is the Invisible Man with
great movie, by the way. Great movie,
really
also.
Good movie with Elizabeth Moss. Just that kind of Elizabeth Moss, Scientologist.
Is she? That's disappointing. Moss. That sucks.
Yes, unfortunate. But no, yeah.
Freedom of religion here. People have various faiths, and we allow that.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting all of these connections.
Not in my house.
And I'm watching this movie.
It's an inalienable right.
Yeah. Like, I've seen all of these other movies, and it just kind of dulls the blade of this one. Like, and I'm just kind of watching this going...
See, but this is the thing, JC. You were trying to suss out what was going to happen next, and I was just
wasn't
being present.
Like, I get into a movie and I just enjoy it, and these are the thoughts that come up while I'm watching.
I kind of had the same feeling as JC, maybe not as like, I don't want to say nuanced, but maybe not as deep. But I did get the feeling of like, I don't know what this movie like. I don't think this movie knows what it wants to be. You know, like I think it's searching for its identity really early on, and then I think at some point it does make a decision like, okay, this is what we're going to lean into. And I do think that's where it gets good. The movie. Because I was prepared to come on here
when it does the switch up, right?
A little bit before that, yeah. I was prepared to come on here and say this movie was whatever, and then speak about the fact that I watched 2 days worth of a man ride a bicycle from Austin to Houston and get attacked by dogs, get yelled at by his girlfriend. His girlfriend refers to him as his friend, which was hilarious. Just the biggest loser on Twitch, and I absolutely love every bit of his life. It's hilarious. But the movie actually did catch my interest at a certain point, and that's where I thought it got good. But then I think it falls apart at the end, like real quick. I think it goes back to like, oh, well, we had this really cool
open an agency together where they do this full time and they
infiltrate the ending. My God.
Like, okay, the next movie is going to be even more crazy, JC. I'm going to watch the next movie. Okay, it's going to be crazier.
Hold on. So
there is a sequel book. So
I didn't think.
It's so dumb.
I didn't think anything about the guy as far as, like I said, with him, he's going to cheat on his wife, whatever. But again, I knew the entirety of the story already. It's been spoiled to me by Flame because she saw it, and I told her I don't care. I'm never going to see this movie. That was months ago. My memory is not that great. I forgot all of it. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, and like I'm remembering parts of it, but I'm like, whatever, and I'm like, okay, and so I'm like, okay. The guy's bad at some point. I remember she said that, but I don't remember anything he does. So like this is all like a shock to me. And then we get towards the end, and the ending is going the way it goes. And then I'm like, in my head, I was like, wait, Flame said something about like they did this together, or like they moved on to like another like, but they're not. Like they went their separate ways. And then the ending, the scene plays out, and I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, right. I think Brandon Spleen is really good in this. The husband.
When Amanda pushes the light bulb, throws the light bulb after the body, after he falls, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna get this done, and like it's so dumb.
I think the moment. I wonder if the
case closed.
Because you say there's a moment.
His teeth are gone. He's had a gash in his fucking neck.
And then
that's it.
Friendly police officer. It's not a detective who's on the case. God. It's just like a regular cop.
The entire time,
no detectives.
I was screaming in my head. You don't make the decisions. A coroner's gonna come in. He's be like,
"Why
is there a gash?"
It's like I've ever read.
There's a whole lot of people that are gonna be like, "What's going on?"
That's
apparently
this one cop's gonna show up at every. This one cop's gonna show up at every moment and go, "Actually, it's fine. Actually, it's fine."
It's fun. Apparently, that's not in the book. Apparently, that was an addition for the movie.
That's crazy.
I think they make it so silly and absurd on purpose because they know they're self-aware.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I also think Paul Feig is like trying to do this. Like he's trying to. he's trying to appeal to the women. He's trying to create this like fantasy power fantasy
Like,
thing. You know what I mean?
The beginning gets super like you know, she gets hired and then everything whatever, and then the sussness of it is entirely on Sydney Sweeney because, you know, she's presented herself a certain way and she's homeless and she has a record and all this shit whatever, and then, you know, it's entirely on her that there's something
secret about
her. Yeah, there's something with her that we have to find out, and then immediately that becomes the back burner because Amanda Seyfried just goes crazy looking for like a PTA, just losing her mind. So like it becomes like so comical and like just crazy, and then again it gets really good at the beginning. I'm like, or the middle. I'm like, oh shit, this actually has some bones to it. But then at the end with the whole trying to frame, you know, like the trying to craft the murder or whatever,
it's like,
it turns back into comical again.
It's like ridiculous, yeah. I think the moment it gets good, I think, is when I think what's her name? She breaks, like she drops the tray and breaks all the shards of like the china. And
Amanda.
Yeah, and he like she comes home one day and he's looking at all the shards and he's like, why didn't you clean them? And she's like, I didn't want to cut myself. It's broken.
Why does it matter?
Yeah. I think that's the moment where I was like, "Ooh, wait, this is weird. This is interesting. This is kind of like, what the fuck?"
This is the thing. Mommy Sydney would never let Mommy Amanda talk to her like that because she beats people to death. Remember why she was convicted of murder? She beat that man to death. Like she throws hands at the drop of a hat.
She can only beat men,
right?
Now.
It's like, you know, but like she was like keeping that under wraps.
Right?
Hold on. Her beating men or whatever, that shot of like that dude in the bar and he's like filling up on the girl and she hits him with like a Jack Daniels.
That was so great.
Break and just bump like that. That was crazy.
That was good. I enjoyed that part.
Yeah.
There's
good moments in this.
She's like, stop touching women, Hank. You know, she goes smack and they goes, stop touching us, Hank.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that part. It's good on her, but
there's some good moments in this. Good moments. And just I think the other good moments for me is whenever Amanda Seyfried's friends are like in the picture, whenever they're talking and like talking shit, and when Sydney Sweeney's talking to the friend, it's just like why did you let her give you a phone? That's how they track you. And she's like,
right,
like that stuff I think is like, but
there's some good beats. Good beats.
I just think like the ending doesn't really make sense to me because I feel like Sydney Sweeney throughout the movie, like her character, I think her name's Millie. Millie. She has so many moments where I would have like that's a major red flag. I just would have been out of there. Like that's it. Especially like when she opens the door, Amanda Seyfried's holding a shard of glass, and then the husband comes in like, and I was like, he comes around and he pulls her back. I was like, I'd be out of there. That's it. I'm done. But then she's like super competent at the end and like it like has it all figured out against him. I was like, this isn't the same person like that we've known throughout the movie. Like she's really what's the word when like before she seemed really not ditzy but
aloof.
Not aloof. I'm forgetting the word. But you know what I mean. Like she doesn't notice things that like but then suddenly at the end she's onto it. She's like she's talking his head off and like outsmarting him and all of this stuff. It's just not the same character. I feel like it's it's a mismatch.
It flips the switch. It's weird.
Out of
I
nowhere.
agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
Like people don't just become competent just like that. Like it's a gradual thing, and I didn't feel like this movie had that at all.
It was incongruent the way the character. Because, like, if this badass lady who's always standing up, and like, she's a murderer, yes, but she's doing it for good reasons because she's a bit of an anti-hero. But, like, and then all of a sudden she's I'm just a little bird. I have to listen, you know, like, and it doesn't, there would be more, like, I would be interesting if, like, she has to be quiet so she doesn't get sent back to jail or whatever. But then what if she was doing passive aggressive things to Amanda's character, like spitting in her juice or some shit, just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting back in some way, that would have been another wrinkle that
Wait, I didn't get the vibe that like this was a thing that Millie did. Like I thought, like
she beat a man to death.
Yeah, but I thought that was because of like a personal like domestic thing, not because.
No, she beat a man to death because he was raping someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great big
Okay,
scene.
but still, like, you have that in you. Like, a lot of people walk in on that scene and they call the police or they stop it and break it up, but they don't necessarily move to action
She
in that
grabbed his
regard.
snowboard and like beat the fuck out
I
of him.
guess what I'm trying to say is like that.
Stop. Like, he was knocked out and she kept going.
Which-
so that
but-
to me is a characteristic.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying is like that was incidental. Like I don't think like she went into this. She was actually looking for a job. She wasn't going into this to.
Oh no. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
she started doing that after this movie, right? Like that became her thing at the end of this movie, which is
I have a problem
insane.
with that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is insane. Like you're in the murder business now. Like you're just an assassin in this movie. Is like, yeah, this is sick. And I'm like, that's a really weird thing to end the movie on. I don't know, but
Now it's a series.
now I'm remembering, like, while I was watching the movie, the other movie that this reminded me of was Parasite. The like, you know,
Another good movie.
Another really good movie. They infiltrate the family. There's some weird stuff going on with the parents, but that movie has a lot more deeper like class struggle and stuff. Like that's what I'm saying is I feel like this movie it doesn't do a lot for me. I mean, I know that it's
like a
fun,
babysitter movie. Like I feel like this movie's been made 1,000 times, but it's a babysitter who's like or it's a stepmother or a stepfather, like, you know, or just like it's like you take the comfort of home life that we all recognize, suburbs and things we recognize, and then you put the strangeness of the evil of the person with a crazy backstory that you don't know about, and that makes it, you know, strange, right?
I was hoping, because it was a Paul Feig movie, and I've loved some of his like comedies, like I was hoping this movie would be funnier. I was hoping this movie would go a little more zany, more. Okay, that's fair. There are some funny parts, but I mean like a full-fledged comedy where it's.
There was a line.
Pull 100 hairs out of your head.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man, but you can frame that. Yeah. Crazy.
There was a part of the movie or a line, I don't think it was supposed to be delivered funny, but I took it as funny, and then the mood just changes in the movie, and I'm like, oh shit, I completely misread that moment. So I think it was a me thing, but when it's I think when Amanda Seyfried, when she comes back after they slept together, out of town, whatever, she comes back and then she's like, oh, the food's good, and she's like, oh, thanks. She's like, yeah, where'd you live and cook? In prison? And I thought that was a dig, and I was like, shit. But it was just that she knows that she was in prison. That's what was, you know, conveying.
That's meant to be a tension-filled scene.
Yeah, but I took it as like, oh,
fuck. But again, like that's what like you said earlier, this movie doesn't have an identity. It has a bit of an identity crisis. So I feel like that's a Paul Feig thing. Like he let the actor do that, but then it doesn't fit the kind of serious tension of the scene that he constructed. So it's like it's a mismatch, but he obviously loved the delivery of it and so kept it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really fit. I think that's my main issue with the movie is like number one, it's very predictable. I found it incredibly predictable, but also like I think just like I don't know, it's too serious. Again, I guess I had the same complaint with Evil Dead. I'm now just repeating myself. But yeah. I don't know if did you guys
like this is another thing. There's nothing to really remark on with the soundtrack. It was not like didn't really resonate with me. It wasn't really, like there's some interstitial and ambient music, but not necessarily anything like nothing with a theme or not great. But otherwise the technicals were pretty good on this. The sound.
It's like flatly directed.
Yeoman.
I don't think it's like beautiful. This movie. I think it's very like it's got that very like soft lighting that a lot of movies just have
nowadays. This is supposed to be made for TV. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. I wish movies looked better. I wish they had more contrast, more shadows and stuff. I feel like these days it's just very flat. But that's just kind of the landscape that we're in at the moment.
There's an issue that I had, and I brought up to Flame, and I think she was very opposite of me on this in the movie, because I can only go off of what I'm being told and what I'm being shown. But before I get to that, this reminded me of how you were saying the movies or this movie reminded you of other movies that did things better. This part of the movie reminded me of something I absolutely hated, and I was like just ready to go down like I don't want to watch the rest of this movie because it reminds me of that and it pisses me off. when it got to the stopping point in the midpoint where they went and really explained why Amanda Seyfried was acting the way she did in the entire movie, which it does explain a lot. It reminded me of The Last of Us 2, how you just cold stop and you go to a different person's point of view, which trash game. And I just oh my god, yeah, that pissed me off.
With that. But you'll get like,
Anyways.
is that why you didn't like weapons? Is that part of the reason why you didn't like weapons? Because it does that like 4 times in that movie, where it stops and narrative and goes back.
No, I just meant for that kind of like that style, that narrative breaking up. That kind of reminded me of, although not as stop and go as Pulp Fiction did it. You know?
Oh yeah.
Pulp Fiction did it very stop and go, forwards, backwards, midpoint. It was all over the place.
Yeah,
I actually didn't have a problem with that.
Why did The Last of Us?
It's because I don't like it's the same reason I have for the new God of War game. The new God of War game has a woman in it.
It hasn't been released and nobody's played.
That's why it has a woman in it. No, it's because I don't care about these characters. I want to play a God of War game that has Kratos. Even if you know, because there's a lot of talk like, oh, woman equals bad. I don't care. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care, you know, whatever. I like the actress. Kratos. Yeah, it's like Kratos. If they said, "Hey, this new God of War has Atreus," I would be just as mad because I don't like Atreus. I think he's an annoying character.
That's fair.
I just want Kratos. Like that's what the God of War game is to me.
I actually understand
that. Like BioShock. BioShock is different. BioShock is the world. If it's a different character, I don't think that affects anything. I think it's a world. God of War is Kratos specific, and when you start doing all these little side things, that I just do not care because I want to play as this fucking bearded god killer. You know. So that's pretty much for The Last of Us, it's Ellie and Joel. And when you try to make me sympathize with this other girl who's doing the same thing on a mission of going on and killing, and then you're saying killing is bad the entire time, and your character doesn't learn that to the very last beat, and ultimately they don't learn anything. It's just like it's killing. And I will give it to The Last. I don't know why it's turned to Last of Us, but I will give it to The Last of Us that a game like Call of Duty, a game like Doom, a game like any game where you're just slaughtering demons, people, whatever, they are a means to an end. They are the stepping stones to get to the ending, right? Last of Us, I feel, is one of the few games where I genuinely did not like killing other people. Which is good. It's the way it's displayed. It's gory. It's gross. It's very in your face. You know, like you get a gun and you like shoot someone from a distance, they're dead. That's it. You know, it's out of sight, out of mind. This one, there's dogs in your face. When you go up behind someone and you stab them, you're crafting. First of all, you're crafting a knife to kill them, and then you get up and you get in their neck, and it's just the blood and the gore. Awesome. Everything is just really bad, and I hate that.
And the added thing also is that they all have individual names, and if you just like crouch behind a corner, they have long conversations. So they're like alive.
Like people.
Yeah, me too.
But you're doing that the entire game, and you're supposed to learn, and you're supposed to feel that killing isn't the answer when that is the entirety of the game. If there was a ending to that game where you could kill what was her name? Not Ellie. What's the other girl's name? Abby. If there was an ending to where you could choose to kill Abby or let her live, I think that'd have been increasingly more impactful. I still would have killed her.
Most people would have killed her. Yeah,
right. But if you give that option, I think that's where you you treat players smarter than what you think they are. Because again, it's just killing, and at the end, you take that choice away from them, and you're like, oh, look at the lessons you learned.
I mean, I want to say something.
Stop of killing until the end. There was no downward slope. It was just straight. Good.
I want to say something, but I feel like it's going too. Like if we did, we'd go on to like another like 2-hour tangent about The Last of Us Part 2. So I'm going to leave it at that.
One day.
Yeah, maybe we should. But
no, I just want to let everyone know, if you ever fuck with me, that's how it's going to be. Never-ending killing. Pools of blood everywhere from Santa Barbara to Seattle. The game was long. I'll tell you, one of the things that hurt, I want to say one last thing. The narrative was hindered, in my view, in The Last of Us 2 by the length. Because it kept going. Like I felt like it ended, and then now we're going. Like I love the Santa Barbara stuff because
like 2 or 3 endings to the
thing. But then, like 17 hours later, we're still doing the fucking thing, and Okay. What I do love about the game is the mechanics, the beautiful world, how great it felt in the controller, everything. Like the cinematic narrative structure of it, just the thought that went into the cut scenes. And I can't wait for the next Naughty Dog. They do that part of it really great. And so like, I'm not, we know revenge is the only poison that kills the user. We get it. Okay. But
I don't think it's just that. But again, that's a long discussion for like,
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking back to the last
like I was saying, the midpoint. When she was explaining her backstory, everything that happened or whatever, she said at one point that if she and her daughter left, who I hated her daughter by the way, she was so annoying. But if her daughter,
she was my favorite character.
Oh damn it! If she left at any point, that her husband would hunt her down and bring them back, but he never. In the instances where she was, institutionalized and she was arrested and all stuff like that, not one instance which did she ever try to leave. All those instances happened in the house, so she never took it upon herself to leave. When she, this is further along the storyline, obviously, but when she went to wherever was Cece, she took Cece to somewhere, and that's when Sydney Sweeney and the husband had their little fling at night. She could have left. She could have left. He wouldn't have. I don't think he would have looked
daughter?
for her. No. She had the daughter. She had the daughter with her.
Oh,
yeah.
You don't think he would have looked for her?
I don't.
Well,
think
he's
so.
got a lot of wealth and everything, and then the crazy mother. I thought they were going to do more with her.
And also, one of my problems with this movie: why did in every instance where she gets arrested, why do the same two cops show up?
Every time, yeah.
Every time. Same two cops.
There's only two cops in that county. Yeah.
Only have windbreakers and ball caps too.
Unbelievable. I'm ready to get to
Don't
final
worry,
thoughts.
honey. I've been abused. My sister was abused by her husband. We know you killed him. Go ahead and keep doing it.
Worry.
You can go to other families and
so stupid.
Get involved in other families, and maybe you can kill those people too.
And I hope
every
time she gets caught, the same person comes by and is like, "Well, I knew that person too." So
it
happens.
That's stupid. It's so bad. But. Yeah, I'm ready to get into final thoughts.
Right.
Do you want to go
good.
first time, or do you?
Yeah, I'll go first. Perfect.
Okay.
I expected this movie to be bad, to not be great, just a total snooze fest. And then the fact that I saw it was over 2 hours, I was like, oh no.
It didn't feel like 2 hours.
Nah, it didn't. No. This movie turned out to be a lot better than I thought it was. Again, I think it had a huge identity crisis at the beginning and especially at the end. There are points that didn't make sense. I don't think this is offensive, but I think this is a Lifetime movie on steroids.
Yeah. Yes.
That they had the budget to push it to a full major release.
And a director as well.
And a director, behind it.
And the stars.
Yeah. But again, the middle part, I did enjoy when it got more grounded and like, oh shit, it's a thriller. Some crazy stuff is happening. I do think that was good. I do like some of the mind games that Sydney Sweeney played back towards the guy. Yeah. I didn't think the guy's an absolute psychopath, and like his methods of torture just like didn't make any sense. Like he's like, pull your hair out, and then the next beat is carve slashes and with the china. So it was like a huge jump in like torture. It was crazy. Yeah, I just this movie's hard because like I said, it's like someone makes a meal for you and you look at it and it just doesn't look very appeasing, and then you smell it and you're like, I don't know, and then you eat it and you're like, this isn't bad. Like if you knew how to cook and not in prison, pretty good, But it is what it is. I had a decent time watching it. I'll say that. Would I recommend it? I think this is I think this borders on kind of like a fun movie, honestly. Yeah. You watch it, you're going to realize how ridiculous it is right away.
Watch it with your friends and laugh at
it. There's enough to catch your interest and kind of keep you reeled in for a little bit, and then it gets kind of dumb again. But I think it's something that's like fun to watch. So I'm going to give it a 64.
I'm sort of on a similar plane. I find that this movie, like I was watching it and I guess like I was dulled down essentially because I felt like I knew what was going to happen. Like I felt like it's something crazy. I was like, something's crazy is going to happen, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have to do with the husband. Like he's going to be the big evil guy. Like I'm watching it. I'm like, this is all very set up, and I've seen a lot of this before. And then, but there are some good aspects to this. Like I think the performances are great. I think Amanda Seyfried especially is fantastic, and Brendan Sklina is good. He's very menacing when he needs to be, and very like charming and kind when he needs to be. But I just don't get a lot out of this, unfortunately. And like Tom, you were just like you were saying, would you recommend it? Like, I think my caveat would be I'd recommend like 50 other movies first. And then if you've seen all of those movies, then I'd recommend this one, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd watch The Invisible Man instead. Watch A Simple Favor. Watch Parasite. Watch Gone Girl. Watch all of those first. They're way better. But
The Maltese Falcon.
That's a big jump, which does remind me though. I've been watching Spider Noir, but I'll talk about that in a second. But no, I didn't love this. I thought it was just okay. I think Paul Feig can do a lot better, and I hope he does. I hope he does make better movies in the future because I think his movies have a lot of personality. But this one just wasn't one of them. It's got a little bit of spice, but not what I hope for from him. So I'm going to give it straight down the middle, like right slap dang through the middle, 50 out of 100.
This movie is for sleepovers and drinking champagne out of a paper cup and laughing with your homies and just having. It's not the type of movie where you're supposed to analyze the criticism. Like, it's like fast food, right? It's a Snickers bar. It's not really food, but it tastes delicious to a certain degree because it's fun, and it's not your traditional type of fun movie, which is a comedy or a horror movie or a thrill ride or an action movie. It's an emotional thrill ride, and I kind of put it in the same vein as 50 Shades of Grey in that trilogy as far as the quality and the knowing melodrama, or the like, and like I also think that it is kind of an homage to Wuthering Heights and that sort of brooding atmosphere and the social norms. But I think everyone's right, though. They didn't fucking totally pull it off. I do love the performances. I think Amanda Seyfried is really fun and funny as the crazy mother in the first half of the movie because she's just going banana. Like, I love the scene when she's looking for her notes. Like, she's so nice for the first day,
losing
right?
his shit.
Yeah.
She falls asleep. And then I thought it was intelligent what the director did when she was late for work on her first day, right? And so you have that tension where she jumps out of bed, right? And so so that little fear, and then you're like, oh, is the door going to be open and all that shit? And then you think, oh, it's going to be fine. She goes downstairs, and then the fucking chaos, and like, who is this person? And I love how the husband is just like this brooding lunatic who's just like, he's just like holding her face, and like there's just like she's looking for the notes, and he finally calms her down, like sitting her on the floor and like brushing her cheek, and it's just chaos and lunacy, and it's a comedy, and it's a fun movie. I think $6 is the right number. I wouldn't spend $20 for this movie. I think it's a fun movie, and I'll give it 70 for fun.
Let me just say, if I was rating Snickers bar on a scale of all the food that ever existed, I'd probably put it at a 50. I reckon Snickers would be at a 50.
Perfect.
So
this is a Snicker bars of a movie. It's like you think it's gonna like tide you over to dinner, but it's not. See, this is the thing. It's empty calories. Like, you think it's gonna fill you. It'll fill you for about 25 minutes. Then you get that sugar rush goes away.
Yeah.
You get tired, and there's
then
no
you want
substance.
that main meal. You want that main meal like Gone Girl, or
it needs a little bit more substance. And I like what JC pointed out. They needed to have a little bit more, even more circuitous route towards the true plot that they reveal at the late to midpoint, because it is very foreseeable, and it's very, it's going to be one of those 5 major things that happen. I was hoping that the little girl would have been like, have exorcist
masterminding it all.
Masterminding it all.
I thought there was going to be more.
She's like in the basement with like computers and shit.
I thought that was gonna. I thought that the dollhouse was. Yeah, I thought the dollhouse was going to have more to do with the plot or something, but it didn't really.
Wait for the sequel. It's got to get like, if they're going to make a sequel to this, don't take the foot off the gas. Get more crazy. Get more loony. Like, have like just like shit I don't expect to happen.
This is a message to Paul Feig specifically.
Paul Feig.
To you, Paul Feig.
We love to improv, Paul, and if you need any help improving, just let us know. We'll come down there.
So in January 2026, Lionsgate announced that a sequel had been greenlit with Feig, Sweeney, and Marone returning. Oh, Marone's returning. Michelle Marone. He's going to have more of a role. Okay, I'll see it then. I think he's hilarious. Seyfried?
So?
I don't know. I guess the novel's based on a
Oh
different family or something.
no!
Kirsten Dunst is in the cast, so I love Kirsten Dunst. She's
Oh,
probably
wow.
my
She
favorite
could play
actress.
a crazy person too.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
probably
they
my
can have
favorite
fun with
actress.
it.
Yeah,
She's your
I hope they go
favorite?
harder. I think
Emma
she's
Stone
my
is your
favorite
favorite
actress.
actor.
Emma Stone.
No, they're called actors. There's no actors and actresses. There's only actors.
Okay.
And Emma Stone is your favorite.
Why are you
She's the
telling me
best.
which one's my
She's the goat.
favorite? I love Emma
I just
Stone,
told you.
but
Because I
you
know
can't
you
just
better
tell me
than
that. I had a
You
big
just did.
crush on Emma
Just
Stone
told
for
you.
a long
even though
time.
she's a faux ginger. I know everything that
But
you
she's
feel
not my
about
favorite
Emma.
actress.
I can see it in your eyes.
I'm pretty sure
She's
Kirsten
not an
Dunst.
actress. She's an actor.
Okay, actor. Apologies, women. So, what have we been watching? I'll actually go first, so I can get mine out of the way. I've been watching Spider Noir with the Nicolas Cage, the new Sony Spider-Man series. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I love everything they're doing with it. I'm watching it in black and white. I think Nicolas Cage is incredible in this role, like just fantastic. He's hamming it up when he needs to be, when he's kind of doing the essentially because he's a detective. There's sometimes he has to pretend to be someone else to get information, and so there's all of these different like caricatures that Nicolas Cage embodies to like get information from people and pretend he's someone else. It's fantastic. Just
I gotta watch this show.
Does it do
kills it every
the
time.
the classic noir thing where he's like narrating as the scene's going on?
No, it
No? Oh,
doesn't.
wow.
No, but
Interesting.
it does a
Okay.
really good job of
National
still
Hammett.
filling that role, like all of the
Okay.
lighting, all of the just the camera movements, like the way he speaks.
I was
as well.
shocked it was on Amazon because usually they have nothing but shit on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, this is on Amazon. It's a Sony movie, so it's not like Disney owned.
Nice.
But no, I'm really enjoying it. I think Legion Lee's really good in it, and I love Brendan Gleeson, who's a fantastic actor. I love him in everything he's been in. He's just great. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. I've also watched I watched Iron Lung last night. Listen.
Oh yeah.
I was a huge Markiplier fan, like back in the day. Like I was sending him mail and shit. Like I was one of those guys.
What?
That's crazy.
You know, he had like an open PO box. I sent him shit to be opened. But no, listen. I think
It's
this
not
movie
good?
it's not great.
Mailed himself?
Wow.
I think the movie is way too long. It's like 2 hours long, and it lingers so much. Like it feels like a first time director who doesn't really know when to cut, who doesn't really like understand pacing and when he should cut something. So he lingers a lot of stuff. There's shots where he like it's on him and like he's reacting to stuff, and it goes on for like 10 seconds of him like just like that, and I'm like, cut before that, just trim that down. That would have been way better. And he's just not the best actor. Unfortunately, he didn't sell the character for me. Unfortunately, like I feel bad because you could tell he put a lot of effort into this movie, but he's like the central character for most of the thing, and like the camera's nearly always on him, which is bold, but he doesn't hold it together. He's not believable as his character. Unfortunately, he still comes across as Markiplier. Sadly,
smoothest voice in the business. So goddamn,
he does have a great voice. He does have an incredible voice. There are moments where I think he does do a good job, but for the most part, it's like you can tell he's not a seasoned actor. He's not a professional.
Did he write it and direct it?
He wrote and directed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't great, unfortunately. I wish it was better. It was way too long. I got to like an hour 15, and I thought we were in the end stretch, and then like I paused it for some reason. I think to say goodbye to someone or something. I was watching it with my friend. I paused it. Hour 15, I was like, there's still 45 minutes left of this. Oh no, like that's not a good sign.
When that happens.
Yeah, unfortunate, but you know, he tried his best. He did a good job. Like for a first debut, like it is impressive, but like he needs to work on his craft a lot, I think. Yeah. Sorry, Mark.
Thank you for being patient with him, Jason.
Prag?
I want to talk about Song of the Samurai, which is a samurai show on HBO Max.
You love samurai, don't
It's in Japanese. Who doesn't love samurai? I've only watched the first couple episodes, but it's fun. It's interesting. It's like a 19th century samurai vibe. They're just like, it's kind of like a boy band samurai show. It's pretty good. Euphoria season 3. Oh, go ahead, JC. Do you have some follow-up questions?
Yeah,
about
I was
something?
wondering, did you watch Shogun?
Yes, the
I watched-
original and the most current.
Yeah, did you like the new one?
Richard Chamberlain. Yeah, I like it.
Like, what I wanted to ask is like, is this comparable to that? Like, would I enjoy it if I enjoyed Shogun?
This is more fun. This is like,
Okay.
think of like, there's a clan of samurai who are kind of like, you know, that Final Fantasy game where the boys went on a road trip in the sick convertible and they cooked at different spots. It's all like that vibe. But they're doing amazing sword play stuff too. They're doing cool samurai shit, and it's fun. I think it's only like 4 episodes. It might be a mini series. Euphoria season 3.
Interested to hear about this.
So unfortunate. I want to talk about one episode that was really good though. There was episode 7, which is the second to last episode. If you want to see one really well made episode, I feel that was really good because there's some interesting scenes. No spoilers, of course, but like in general, I felt Euphoria fell off pretty hard after the first season, essentially, because like it's always been a show that's been about the stylistic, you know, it's always been like an editorial magazine spread. It's always been like, but then like, I don't know, on this season, like it doesn't resemble anything close to what it was originally about. It's just like they're trying to have fun with the characters and stuff, which I enjoy, but but they didn't really do a great job. And like, you know, it's a mid, in my opinion, very mid way. And like they should just end it because like you know, it's like you can tell that they're like the lemon has been squeezed, the juice has been squeezed. They probably should have just done 1.5 seasons because there was some cool stuff in the season 2. But like, stop like juicing the fucking thing. It's done. It's done. You did it. This show only works when you have like a freshness to it because that's one of the themes, right? And when it's like the same tired plots and shit being retried, it's not as good. And then finally, the New York Knickerbockers are going to win the NBA championship. They're up 1-0. They were down 14 in the third quarter, and they came back to win in San Antonio. And I have a message for the San Antonio Spurs fans. Stop dressing like Taco Bell sauce packs, and maybe you'll win a game.
Owned. Take that.
Take that. Got him.
Time, what's up?
I don't know. What was I going to say? I forgot. I completely forgot.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still watching almost. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, you go.
Oh,
you go.
I'm almost finished with the first season of Schitt's Creek. Very funny show. Yeah, I like that show a lot. I have not seen an episode. I remember what I was saying now. I have not seen an episode of Euphoria at all, so I can't comment. I've only seen bits and pieces on Twitter. One thing I did see on Twitter that made me feel a specific way was a character named Maddie beating the shit out of someone in multiple scenes. Oh, yeah. So I love her forever. Yes. And I told Flame that I love Maddie, and Flame agrees. I guess Maddie's a good character in the show.
Maddie's
or something.
Fire.
So
she gets a lot done. She gets shit done.
So
Who plays Maddie?
And then Flame told me how
Alpha. I don't know her name.
And then Flame told me how the show ended, and sounds pretty crazy. So cool, I guess. But
yeah,
I watched a wrestling match recently. It's gotten a lot of hype. It's from the company AAA. It's a Mexican organization. There are 2 wrestlers that were fighting. It's mask versus mask, which is a huge deal in Mexico. Once you unmask, that's the end of it. You're a completely different person.
Career's done.
No, it's not career done. It's just a huge deal. You know, because a lot of wrestlers that are actually all the wrestlers in Mexico that wear masks, they wear them 24/7. Like that's just a life they live. So to have them unmask is a whole the thing. So there's 2 wrestlers. It was El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano, which are both coffee orders from Starbucks.
That's crazy.
The original Grande Americano, he was someone that a wrestler made up in the WWE, and he was just a caricature to use just because like he just wore a mask, and everyone knew who the guy was under the mask because he was a wrestler. Everyone knew who he was, and he would say that's not me, whatever, and then he would have decoys come and like take his place, and he would show up in the background like, what are you guys talking about? That's me, you know. It was a very comical act, and then at some point WWE bought AAA, the Mexican company, and then they started moving him over there, and he was it was a whole comedy thing, and then at some point the original got hurt, so they needed someone else to step in his place for some reason. So they had one of the other wrestlers that they weren't using step in, and he was El Grande Americano also. And then at a certain point, now we have two of them running around, and they're doing the whole Spider-Man meme, pointing at each other. And then at another point, they just diverge, and it becomes this whole thing where now we have two of them running around, but they act different. One's more of a heel, one's more of a comedy guy. And then it turns and then it takes another turn, and it's very fascinating how it changed. It changed into more of a territory war. Like, I'm the original. No, I'm the original. I'm the better one. And then it just became this whole huge fight, and it turned into something so serious and so real and so crazy that it led to this mask versus mask match. And it was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was bloody. It was violent. You can tell one guy. It felt like to me that one guy felt like he was fighting for all of Mexico. Spoiler alert, both these guys are not Mexican. One's a white dude, the other one's a German guy, which is hilarious to me. But the German guy is dating a Mexican woman who works for AAA, and he speaks Spanish. And so everyone, like, he was rallying behind that guy, and he knows some Spanish, like I said. But yeah, one guy felt like he was fighting for Mexico, for the country, and the other guy felt like he was battling for relevancy. And it's something I've never seen in wrestling, and it was so good. Like I said, the guy battling for Mexico, he was using moves. He was doing different things. He was fighting. But the other guy, who I think was battling for relevancy, he was like, just took you to the ground and would just punch the shit out of you. Like, it was just raw and rough. Like, he was like, I'm not going to lose this mask. And then it ends the way it ends, and it was beautiful. It's everything wrestling should be. And those kind of matches really make me appreciate this art form of professional wrestling. And like, you see, wrestling gets a lot of flack for the stupid shit that it does and the comical nature of it. But there is a point with, like, a lot of art, when it does it right, it is just moving. It is loving. It is powerful. And this is one of those matches. So if you're a wrestling fan, even if you're not, I think it's fine to watch it. But El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano, it's on WWE's YouTube channel. It is.
I just found it.
About 45 minutes long. It is fantastic. I think they have chapter markers in that, which, thank God. And it's like the last chapter, and it's phenomenal. There's a whole story told before the promo package. It catches you up to speed. And then the fighting in the ring and what they can do, fighting, telling stories, is like one of my favorite things. And there's a few wrestlers that can do it. Kenny Omega does it beautifully. Kazuchika Okada in New Japan does it fantastic. Will Ospreay. There's a lot of wrestlers that can tell a story through beating the shit out of someone. And this was one of those moments. And I think it was beautiful. It was
well
one of the best matches I've seen. Definitely in my top 5. But yeah, I loved it. So yeah.
Well done, WWE
Nice.
writers.
For once,
Good job.
yeah.
That sounds awesome. I might actually check it out. We'll see.
They put it on, see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
JC will never watch that.
I'm pretty bad. I am pretty bad. But that was very impassioned time.
Yes. I love wrestling.
Yeah.
I know you
Nice.
do. I know you do. Yeah. This has been fun, guys. What are we watching next week time?
Tomorrow. Oh, well,
Oh no, wait, Brave the Cinema. Sorry. What are we watching in 2 weeks' time for Brave the Cinema?
We're watching a little horror movie. I'm still in my horror phase.
From
We're
last
going to
year.
watch a movie, from last couple weeks ago. I've seen Banger still, yeah. Again, Obsession's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. We are going to watch Exit 8.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes. Very cool. I love
Exit 8.
Exit 8.
Exit 8. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I've seen no trailers for it, so I don't know what it's about. I just know it's a
I
video
don't know
game.
anything about it either.
Have you played the game?
No.
No. Okay. I played Platform 8. I haven't played Exit 8, but I played Platform 8. Platform 8 was fun.
I know the premise as far as like what you're supposed to do in the game, but I've never played it.
Yeah. It looks fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.
Yeah. This has been good. Thanks
Tomorrow.
for talking.
Tomorrow.
We are watching
Saturday. Yes. What are we watching?
House.
House.
With
Who's in it?
William Katz and Norm from Cheers.
I'm
who's he
excited.
in the
What's
Toy
his
Story
name?
franchise.
George Wendt.
Is he Hammy?
Yeah, I think so.
Pig. Yeah.
Which one? The pig?
Yeah.
I thought that was
in Toy Story.
Ratzenberger.
Joe Ratzenberger's the wiener
Oh.
dog.
No, he's
No.
not.
That's
No,
Cliff
Ratzenberger.
Clavin.
Ratzenberger's
Oh
is
my
the
god!
pig.
So I got to watch this Knicks game, or I'm going to throw you both through a television.
I'm sorry.
The NBA finals are
halftime.
happening.
It's halftime.
I don't care.
I'm sorry.
Find it. Her.
I'm right. Ratzenberger played the pig. Who did Wendt
George Wendt is
play?
in the movie. He's not in the movie.
No spoilers, Pirate Princess.
Anyway, it's directed by Steve Miner. That's why I'm excited because I love
Ooh,
his
I
Friday
don't
the
know if
13th. I love his Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
He
The newer
made
one, right?
part two.
Oh,
He
no,
made
okay,
part two.
sorry, yeah. Part 2,
Yeah, he made part 2, which
Did
is
you like part
one of
2?
the best. Yeah, it's one of the best of the
okay.
Friday the
That's a good
13th.
one.
Yeah.
And he also made the worst Day of the Dead? House of the Dead? No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he made the bad Day of the Dead remake from 2004 or something. But, you know,
It's pure ass.
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I haven't seen
We'll
it since
see.
it came out in '86, so we'll see if it still tickles my bones like it did once.
I'm looking forward to it. This has been fun, guys. Thank you.
One more announcement. I've been awarded the Woodstock Prize for streaming, and you can notice I have this medal.
Nice.
And this was given to me
by Jeff Bezos.
There's an organization. It's an international organization. They watch all the streams, and it's not affiliated with the Twitchies. It's not like a Garfield Prize, but I have won one of those. But I'll be wearing this around.
Okay.
Thank you, and I thank everyone who helped me get to this point. Whom are. So next time on
see you next
Garfield
time,
and
everyone.
Snoopy and Peanut Butter.
Everybody.
You know, my boys. We're gonna watch the game now. Me and Peanut Butter and Snoopy and Garfield all have our Knicks
Hey,
shoes.
San Antonio, let's go Knicks.